Welcome back to Breakfast Television. You know her as a Real Housewife of Toronto, but Ann Kaplan is also a successful entrepreneur, CEO, mother of 8, and now the author of the self-help book, How to Be Successful in Spite of Yourself. And she joins me here this morning. Good morning to you, Ann.
Good morning to you.
Congratulations on this book.
Thank you.
I had a really good laugh at the very beginning of the book. It's very funny, I have to say. And you said at the beginning, you weren't really sure if you were qualified to write this self-help book. But I can tell you, after reading the first chapter, I was like, how could she not be? What an incredible life you've led.
Well, who is qualified to tell people what to do or to suggest? Who really is qualified?
Yes, that's so true. But I think your life experience, in a nutshell, is so extraordinary. You moved out at the age of 14.
14 years old.
From an abusive household, and you just said, this is not for me.
Yes.
Incredible.
And I didn't slam the door and go out and say, I never want to see you again. It was very calm, and I'm moving on with my life.
Wow, and you did,
yes.
At the age of 14.
14, I got a job. I still went to high school, still went to university, did all these things, but I was by myself.
On your own, which is so extraordinary. I mean, I'm a mother of 2 kids, and I can't imagine my 14-year-old doing something like that. It's extraordinary to me. But also what I thought was really interesting is that you just said, I'm going to do this one day. I mean, I think it was after the end of your first marriage, and you had these 2 kids, and you just said, you know what? This is my aha moment. I'm going to make a difference. This is going to change right now.
Yes.
Do you think we all need that aha moment?
I think our whole life, all our experiences do, but we shouldn't wait for that to happen. We should proactively do things in our lives to be everything that we can be. And for me, that single mom, I'm going to be the best I can, was not the aha moment. I think it was leading up to that and saying, what am I doing? I got one life to live. I'm going to be everything, even if I am a single mom and broke.
And broke, yes. Yeah. What an incredible journey, absolutely. Do you think that women put their own blocks in front of them? Do you think that there's obstacles that women themselves can sort of push through? What sort of stands in the way for a lot of them?
I touch a lot on this in the book. Not a lot, not throughout the whole book. But we tend to go back to our childhood and we say, okay, my parents had this and that. They had the house, they had a car, and so that's where we strive for. We don't think outside of that. We think when we reach that, we get married, we have a house, we have a car, we have 2 kids, that's it. And so now we've reached it, and there's nothing else. We don't say we can go anywhere and do anything that we want to do. We should just set that bar way out there and go for it. We don't move the bar. We move the bar to here.
Right.
We go, okay, now I'm comfortable. And that's it. And then something goes wrong.
Right.
Something goes wrong. Your marriage doesn't work. Something happens with your health. And then we feel like we weren't successful. But that isn't. That's just life.
That's just life,
It's just life.
Yeah, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and you just keep going, right?
If your marriage doesn't work, great. Like, who wants to be with the guy that is a jerk?
Right.
It didn't work.
That's
and so
okay.
move on.
Yes,
so,
and move on.
And say goodbye, adios.
Yeah, no kidding. I have to talk to you about this idea of balance. What do you think of when you hear the word balance? I mean, you have 8 children, you're a CEO, you're a spiritual guru. I mean, how do you make it work with all of those moving parts?
Well, how does any mother make it work, and how does any working mother make it work?
Right.
And I don't abuse myself, so I don't spend my night getting wasted and then waking up and going, how do I get through tomorrow?
Right.
I actually look after my health all the time, and I'm alert most of the time. But I like to, get up, and I'm strong, and I can go for it for the day. So I think that's really my balance, is always being in the moment and always being clear-headed. And I look after my physical self, I look after my spiritual self, I look after my financial self, I look after all the verticals the book talks about, so that I'm prepared. There's no such thing as luck. Luck is where opportunity meets preparedness.
Right.
You spend your life getting prepared, then somebody says, hey, do you want to do this? And you go, yeah, perfect. I'm the perfect one for it.
Oh, because you're ready to go.
Yes.
And you're resilient.
You're always ready to go.
You're always ready to go.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for this fascinating book, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.